Kay from Cute, and I want to welcome you to my channel if you're new. I want to welcome you back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. Here on Crafting with Cute, we discuss all things DIY and all things tips and tools for small business owners. If that interests you, you know what to do. Like and subscribe below. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get all the notifications of when I post. And today we are going to be discussing the things you need before you start working on your Glowforge. So I'm going to go over everything you need so that you don't be like me where you're trying to do a project and you realize, do a project for the first time and you realize, oh my gosh, I need this. I didn't know that when you go look at the video on YouTube. So if you're here, that means you're going to get all the tea of what you need before you start doing any project on the Glowforge, okay? Everything from creating your project to cleaning your machine. I got you covered. Let's get into it.
Cute, crafting unique treats every day. Whatever you need, you can get cute with Kay.
Alright, we're ready to get this show on the road. So the very first project that I completed on the Glowforge was an acrylic keychain. So in order to create an acrylic keychain, you are going to simply need a piece of acrylic. Acrylic comes in multiple sizes. Just make sure that you measure or know the measurements of whatever you're doing so that you have the right size acrylic in when you do the project. This is a proof grade piece of acrylic, which comes with, proof grade means it's from Glowforge. It comes with the QR code so that when you put this in a machine, the settings are automatically inputted on your laptop for you. Versus if you choose to purchase materials outside of Glowforge, they won't come with the settings already programmed within the acrylic and you have to figure them out. If you choose to go that route, you may find yourself wasting materials trying to figure out the settings for the piece of material that you're using. So we need acrylic and keychains. Keychains simply come off of Amazon. Glowforge proof grade material can be purchased at Glowforge and at some Michaels, not all Michaels, some Michaels. So I would call before you went to the store if you're choosing to use Michaels. I believe I've purchased the Glowforge wood offline. I'm not sure if they have the acrylic online, but I know I've purchased the acrylic in store. There's one store in my area that has it and not the other stores. So I would also recommend purchasing gloves before you start, just so that your fingerprints don't get on your custom material, your customer's product. The material that picks up fingerprints very easily is our mirror acrylic, which is normally in gold, silver, and rose gold. They have other mirror colors, but those are the ones I use. So, and for sanitary purposes, it's just good to have gloves. I use hand sanitizer more than I use gloves, only because gloves sometimes get in the way. But it's very important to use gloves when you're using mirror acrylic so that the fingerprints don't show on the customer's product after you're done. You have to clean your machine quite often. These lens wipes are great for your daily cleaning where you're supposed to clean all the lens after each use so that the debris and the lint that may have got on the lens from a previous project won't reflect the production of the next project. So these wipes are, it's 60 in a box. I purchased from Amazon and it's 2 boxes. When I first got the machine, I purchased a Eyeglass Cleaning Kit from the Dollar Tree, trying to save money of course, and it was a little bottle of solution, eyeglass solution, and a cleaning cloth. The problem I ran into is once the cloth got dirty from cleaning the lens over time, I had to find clean spots on the cloth to clean the lens, which just became a hassle and irritating. So these will be perfect to use. I bought my first set from the Dollar Tree, but of course you get more if you buy in bulk. So I've decided to invest on Amazon, and yeah, I got 120 for I think 7 bucks. You are going to need a microfiber cloth for cleaning your Glowforge. You're also going to need this electronics duster dust and lint remover, which comes with a needle, a thin needle, in order to get to the parts of the Glowforge that you can't reach by hand because you know your hand is too big. So the acrylic comes in different sizes. As I was saying, just make sure you size your acrylic, or know the size of your project to know what size acrylic you need when purchasing. Alcohol is very important because there's a part of the process called engraving. So when you engrave and you demask, you use paint. I didn't bring paint. You're going to also need paint for some of your projects. You paint the engraved areas, and sometimes that paint will get on the acrylic. You would simply just use alcohol to wipe that off so that your project is in presentable condition. Masking. So when you purchase proof grade materials, they already come masked. If you decide to purchase outside of Glowforge using a vendor that you located on your own, sometimes their items don't come masked and you need to mask it yourself. It's important to mask so that burn marks do not get on your project itself. So that is also off of Amazon. The 3M tape is double-sided tape. This is very, very important. So when I went to first do the acrylic sign, the acrylic social media sign, I was ready to do my project, and then it said, oh, you need 3M tape. I was like, I don't have 3M tape. So that's the importance of this video here, so that you have everything you need prior to starting any project on the Glowforge, because as you do different projects, you'll see that you need different materials. So I wanted to do one video to show you everything you needed before you started any project. So the 3M is a double-sided sticky tape where you can adhere your 3D items to whatever. So this gold word social was cut on, of course, gold acrylic, and then the black background was cut on black acrylic. The white, everything you see white, is actually paint. So I engraved onto the black, and then I painted white on top so that you can see what was engraved. So this word and these icons, you have to put tape on the back of before you cut so that it's easier to adhere to your project. Sometimes I forget to put the 3M tape on, so I have to go and cut strips and put it on there individually, which is a pain in the butt. So it's very important to remember to put your tape on the back of whatever you're adhering to something else. I haven't found a solution for something that I can use instead of going to cut the tape and put it on individually for acrylic, but for wood I have. So if I am needing to double layer something and I forget to put the 3M tape on wood, I have purchased wood glue, which has been a lifesaver, in order to adhere the two pieces of material together. So that is everything we need for our Glowforge projects. Before we start, I want to go over 2 questions I received on TikTok. You know, I'm all about answering questions and helping the next person. So it says, I've been looking at Glowforge for a while now, and they always advertise it with wood. Does it work well with acrylic? How about glass? How thin? So as I stated before, I'm actually going to message her on TikTok to let her know to take a look at this video since she's interested in purchasing. And if anyone else is purchasing and haven't purchased yet, I will provide my code where you'll receive up to $500 off of your Glowforge, depending on which one you get. And I'll receive a stipend of like $100 to use towards the site. So we both benefit from the code. So yes, Glowforge does cut wood. Yes, Glowforge does cut acrylic. I use acrylic more than I use wood because my social media plaques are doing really, really well. So it works well with both of them. Glass. I've never done glass. I've seen people do glass, but you have to do your research before you decide to put glass in your Glowforge, because I would hate for anything to happen while you're trying to etch, engrave, or cut glass within your Glowforge. I can't help you with the glass portion because I've never used glass, but I have seen it done. Just do your research before you do it. And then the second part of her question is, do you use glass and acrylic with your Glowforge? I do not use glass. I do use acrylic. What was the learning curve? I wouldn't say it was a learning curve because once I do something new crafty wise, I've mastered it after one try, technically. So, but the only thing I still struggle with to this day is remembering to put 3M tape on the back of the projects that I have to adhere to another piece of material. That's literally it. And let me see, what else did she say? How thin can the glass or acrylic be? So the acrylic that I use is 1/8 of an inch. You can use 1/4 of an inch. I think that's the only two dimensions I've saw. But like I said before, I am no expert at the materials you can use with the Glowforge. I've just become an expert with the materials that I use. So I don't know the dimensions for the glass, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But I hope some of this answer have helped you. And like I said, if you're interested in getting a Glowforge, that goes for this TikTok friend here or anybody else. I'm going to list my code for you to get up to $500 off of your purchase. And I want to thank you all for joining my cute space today. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye-bye.